Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis coming with you with another toy review video. And as you can see on the screen, we have G.I. Joe Classified Series Zartan. And despite the figure being in excellent looking shape and the artwork being good, the box has definitely seen some better days. Not so much, too much for wear here. But I mean, it is a great looking figure. Look at that that figure there. Damn. And the artwork on this is very, very top notch. Now on this side, you're gonna see a full-on picture of Zartan with his mask there. Then on this side, you're gonna see some of his traits. He's a hired gun, mercenary for hire. I guess he's in espionage or counterintelligence. Of course, he's a master of disguise. I'm not exactly sure what this symbol is here, so if anyone can tell me, let me know. And on this side, you have this great looking artwork here, man. Sheesh, that is so awesome, man. Alright, so let's go ahead and take one final look at the figure. Now, I have to say, I mean, I didn't, unlike, my reviews of Transformers and a couple of others, like, I'm very selective in terms of what I buy as well as what I show off and collect. Transformers, I try and get those that basically interest me, or I have a type of connection with it because of nostalgia. This, seeing as how back in the day when G.I. Joe was airing, I liked the cartoon, I really did. The Hasbro Sunbow productions were really top notch, especially at that time, with Transformers and G.I. Joe. And I was very selective in terms of the 3.5 inch figures. At that time, I think I had only like Cobra Commander. Let me see. I think Snake Eyes was another one. I think. Oh yeah, Serpentor, when he first came out, I had him. But with the Classified series, granted, from what I've seen, I'm liking the new look here and there, while still maintaining his classic roots. But like I said, I have been very selective. Now, for anyone that has seen my reviews concerning this particular series, you already know I've already picked up Scarlet and I've picked up Cobra Commander. One I really regret in not getting at the time that they had it on pre-order was Snake Eyes, especially with the weapons rack and everything else. Hell, I can't even find them on retail. So if I do pick them up, I'll definitely review them, especially the retail version. But if I can find that original pre-order, oh my god, that would be awesome. But I digress here. I'm going to go ahead, one more look at the figure, and let's get him opened. Alright, there he is out of his box, and he is ready to cause some fucking havoc here. And damn, man, he is, I'm looking at him. I wound up putting his accessories and everything else. Now, I thought at one point some of his accessories, because of how small they are, not to mention they got an overlay of tape to keep them in place, I thought there were additional weapons. No, these are little, I guess, swamp trophies. You got a freaking monkey's hand there and a cobra's head or a snake's head. Now, I think I think that with Zartan, I think him and the rest of his dreadnoughts originated from the bayous of Louisiana. Now, don't quote me on it. I didn't really research this character all that much. I'm just going by basically how they sounded, especially in the old Sunbow, cartoon back in the 80s. So I'm just going by that. Though, of course, I do know that some of the dreadnoughts had like a type of Australian accent. So, I mean, I could be wrong on this. So, if you guys got anything to say about this character, just put it in the comments down below. Anyway, moving on. Look at the detail on his freaking armor. They really went all out. The shoulder pads, his gauntlets for his forearms, the thigh shields, as well as the calf guards, the knee guards. I mean, look at that snake just hissing at you. They really went ahead and did some good detailing. The hair on the monkey's paw, the straps on his chest plate, around his forearms where the shoulder guards are at, and of course he's got a scarf. And one thing, I thought this was connected. It is not. So you see his bald head, and I'm really liking this. It really does pop really well. And then of course you see his knife. Whoa, almost stabbed him in the face with his own blade. Now, one thing I do have to say, I really wish they added a little bit more detail, some scuffing or some dry brushing among his armor. Also, I really wish they had gone ahead and added some sort of color to his blade. But then you got his sheath for his blade on there, and when I was setting this up, I had his blaster in his right hand, but then when setting up the figure, I figured, well, let me go ahead and put the blade in his right hand, seeing as how that's where the sheath is at, and just have him hold his blaster in his other hand. Then of course you got this backpack, which within this, and he's got a peg on here in his back, so you can plug that in. But once that is done, you can just open this up, which is also pegged in, and it shows his disguise. And of course, naturally, I think you just put that over his face like that, and there you go. So you can just need to be walk around without having to worry, oh, someone's gonna recognize me. Nope, there he is with his cover and everything. So you don't see the war paints that he has or anything else for that matter. And of course, if you so want, you can also put his hood over his face, and there you go. Very nice. I am really liking that. That is. Now, of course, in addition to his outer, you got some good details within boots that he's got on. That is really awesome. And you can see, even though it's black on black, as the light shines on it, you can see the straps that basically are connected to the shin guards and along the thigh guards as well. There goes the snakehead. And those, as a matter of fact, are pegged in by that peg into that little porthole there. So you don't have to go ahead and put the snake head there. You could probably put, reverse that and put the monkey's paw or monkey's hand there and the snake head back here. Or if you so wish to, there are portholes right there, and you can put those on the back. Like so. Now, of course, it looks like there's like a couple of other long pegs here. Now, I'm assuming that these are for additional weapons, such as a scabbard for his sword or for a sword or whatnot. So, it's not too bad. I'm really liking this. So, I'm going to go ahead and take off this backpack. Put that right there off to the side. I'm going to zoom out just a bit. Alright. I'm going to take his serrated blade and his blaster and put those down there. Now, at this point, we're going to do some articulation. Now, we're going to take this off. And you can tell his head is on a ball joint as well as a swivel, so you can tell he can look up, way up, like, whoa, there's a meteor, we're all gonna die. He can look down, he can look left, he can look right, or right, depending on whichever you're doing it. His neck does have an adjusting neck right there, so you can go da 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 da. Now, of course, let's take his face off. You can take this off as well. Oh, well, see, there you go. So you can keep him with the scarf or without. I don't know, I prefer to keep it on there. His arms are on a type of hinge. It can only go up so far. It can go 360. Now, these shoulder guards do tend to get in the way, but they are in a type of malleable, or I should say pliable plastic on there, so you can always lift that up to turn it. He does have upper bicep rotation. His arms are on a double hinge, so he can bend at more than 90 degrees. So you got that going there. Now, from the looks of it, it looks like he does have an ab crunch. So if you want to stand out, he can do the pelvic thrust. He does have a limited waist swivel. He can kick up, but of course his kick does tend to sway out. He does have thigh rotation, upper thigh rotation, so when he kicks up, you can turn the thigh out, so that way it's facing more in. You can kick back, but his butt gets in the way, so you can't really kick back too bad, if at all. He does have a double knee joint here, so you can bend more than 90 degrees. And he does have an ankle tilt. He can kick back, he can kick up a bit, so he does have some good articulation on this. I have to say, I'm very impressed, but I was also pretty scared because of the fact that this is a piece of plastic, so do be careful when you are positioning your figure. As you saw earlier, this arm can only go so far out, but you got that rotation going, so try not to go ahead and bend it out. If you're going to try and do an upper hand like that, where he's just like, yeah, there you go. Now, one thing I really wish they had done was given him additional posable hands. You know, that would have been awesome to have. You know, other than the the firing pistols of his gun and whatnot. You know, that is, I really wish that was something that Hasbro had done, giving him additional hands. They gave it to, I believe they gave it to Cobra Commander. I don't know what other figures have additional hands, but I wish they had done that. Excuse me. So, yeah. But all in all, like I said, this is a very good figure. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him with his accessories back on. Give me a couple of minutes, and I'll be right back with my final comments and my score. All right, thank you for waiting. I appreciate your patience. So here he is, posed up again. This time he's not fully armed. He's got his blade sheath, and I got his backpack on him. So on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8, mostly because of the fact that his arms are kind of scary, especially when you lift them up like so. They can only go so far up. Now I'm afraid I'm going to wind up breaking it over here, and that would really piss me off. Another thing is the lack of coloring with some of his accessories. The blade didn't have any type of silver, which I'm pretty sure even if they did put it on there, it would have scraped off during time. Also some minor scratches and scuffs, you know, by using dry brushing on that. I could probably do it myself, but I'm not all that skilled personally. No, I'm putting my faults out there. Plus, also, I'm fucking lazy. Now, when it comes down to certain figures, dry brushing, scuffs, stuff like that, they're good when it's done properly. On certain figures, and I am pointing to the Siege line for Transformers. Sorry, Hasbro, but it needs to be said. Not everyone was all that pleased with the dry brushing. Some of them would just like a plain figure with the basic colors, no added dry brushing or anything. Now, if a customer wants to go ahead and add dry brushing, they're more than welcome to do so. It is their toy after all. But to have it done beforehand without giving anyone a choice, yeah, I don't know, man. But again, I digress. But again, this is a good looking figure. I like the modern take on it. Like I said, its posability is pretty awesome. It's just certain areas, that I get really scared on. But other than that, that is my take on this figure. So let me ask you all, have you been able to find this? I wound up picking this one up. Oh my goodness. I wound up picking this one up over at, I think it was Walmart? No. I'm sorry. It was at Walgreens. I had gone there to pick up some essentials, and I figured, well, let me go ahead and see if I can find a Transformer or two. And I found a Kingdom RC, which I bypassed. I already got two, both from Earthrise. And you've already seen the video on her, her cosmetic surgery on that. So, but then I wound up seeing Zartan, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta get him. Mostly so I can go ahead and do a side-by-side with Lady J, which I had just recently picked up from the post office. So be on the lookout for her review as well. But other than that, like I said before, do you happen to have this figure? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Leave your answers to my questions in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe, comment, click on the bell icon so you can receive word when new videos are popping up. So this is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.